Rhyce, the Bulldogs obviously in pretty good form.
Yep.
After that smashing of Adelaide, tough proposition on Saturday.
Yeah, look, they look really good. I watched the game on the weekend, and their run was amazing, and the way they work and pressure the opposition is right up there. So we're in for a tough challenge on the weekend.
Yeah, what is it that's impressed you about? I mean, a lot of people are saying it's their second team this year because of the way they're playing. Does it look hard to stop?
Yeah, well, look, every game's a big challenge, and the Bulldogs, they've got immense pressure around the ball, and they get the ball going forward really quickly, and that's really hard to stop at any time. And we're up for a big challenge this week to really negate that and try and put a score on the board ourselves. So we're looking forward to it, especially after the loss on the weekend. We're looking forward to bouncing back straight away, especially at the SCG.
The Swans have won the last 6 against the Dogs. I mean, how much confidence does that give you guys going into a game? How much effect does that have?
Yeah, it doesn't really affect us too much. We just worry about week to week, and the Bulldogs are certainly a different challenge to what they have been previously. So we can't really read too much into that. We're just looking forward to getting back into a good routine and playing some good footy this week, because we probably let ourselves down a bit last week.
Harry, there's a slow start last week. John Longmire said it was a bit about pressure, a bit about missed tackles. What do you put that down to?
Yeah, I suppose our effort wasn't there in the first half, and like Rhyce said, we've got to be able to bring that this week against the Bulldogs, so we've been playing some really good footy. And if we bring that pressure and that hit around the footy for 4 quarters, it'll go a long way to winning the game.
And a bit of self-reflection, Harry, how are you going this year?
Yeah, look, I was lucky enough to get a full pre-season in, which is always good as an AFL player, and it just hardens the body a bit and mentally makes you feel good heading into games. And I'll be looking to put a big performance in this weekend and hopefully get a win for the team. And we need to hit back, like Rhyce said, after last week and put in a good team performance.
What are some things you've taken away from your first few years in the top grade?
Oh, I suppose just at the start, it was just how hard you actually have to work to get into the AFL system, and I suppose there's no credits in footy, and you've got to be able to play good every week, and you just got to be able to work hard and give that effort every week. Otherwise, your spot will be taken by someone else who's doing the same thing, and I suppose that's what I've taken early on in my career.
How important is it to bounce back from that loss to the Dockers? I can imagine would be pretty disappointing because of the way it unfolded. How important is it to bounce back and put away a team at the same time like the Bulldogs? Yeah,
definitely. Well, like we've just said, the Bulldogs have been playing really well, so it's a good challenge and back on our home deck, and we love playing at the SCG, so it'll be good to get back there. And it's very important to get back to be playing Swans brand of footy, and we'll be looking forward to doing that this weekend at the SCG.
Do you see a little bit of yourselves in the Dogs? Because as Rhyce said, their tackle pressure and their numbers around the footy has been outstanding this year.
Yeah, they've been really good this year to start off. They've been winning the contested footy at times as well, and just getting that real, like Rhyce said, the immense pressure around the footy. And if you're doing that, you're going to go a long way to winning games in AFL.
Rhyce, being a defender yourself, obviously, have you been impressed by the way Sam Reid has stood up in defence, and obviously Teddy Richards' game last week?
Yeah, look, Sam played a really good game for us on the weekend. He really turned the game, I suppose, in the third quarter, and just his presence around the ball and the way he was spoiling contests and taking big marks was really good, and it was really impressive from Sammy, and it helps our team a lot. He's got to back it up this week, and hopefully he can do that and string a few together. And old Teddy's been really good for us for a long time, so we know what to expect from him.
When and why was that switch made of Sam Reid going back?
I think it was maybe just a few matchups, maybe get someone behind the ball who can take a big mark, and that's how it panned out. And certainly him going into the middle as well really helped us get those clearances. So, look, I think Sam's knows that he might be a bit of a swingman from here on in, but look, he's got to play the role that the coach sets out for him, and hopefully he can do that again.
Both yourself and Hawthorn were behind and then made late comebacks to get really close and come up short. Does that show that you're still the two elite teams, do you think, and you just got to get your starts right?
Yeah, I think we pride ourselves on playing each game as hard as we possibly can, and we've let ourselves down in the first half, and we really tried to make a stand and come back in the second half. We don't want to let games just drift like that, and we were really disappointed, and we came back, but it was too late. So we've got to make sure we can try and put 4 quarters together this week and not let that chance happen again.
Boys, do you want to tell us a bit about Red Kite and why we're here today?
Yeah, definitely. Well, The Swans have happily been partners with Red Kite for 15 years now, which is a great achievement. And there's a charity game on before our game this week. I think Jude and Craig Bolton are going head-to-head this weekend. And Rhyce and I love getting down to the hospital and working with Red Kite and the music therapy and the Captain Starlights down here and, trying to put some smiles on their faces and just puts a different perspective on life, and we love coming down.
Yeah, you should get down to the game. The Red Kite game starts at 1:30. Fitzy's going to be there as well, just clinging on to that career if he's trying to make a game number 18. But it's really good to get out there and support Red Kite because they've done such an amazing job over the years, and we've been really proud to be partners with them for 15 years as well.
And what type of things will you be doing today?
Look, I'll bring me juggling balls out, but my singing voice is not up to scratch. I think Harry's got me covered there, but we just do whatever we can for the kids and try to put a smile on their face and give them a bit of peace during the day.
Doing these sort of things, does it give you not only a break away from football, but does it give you a bit of a perspective on things? Yeah,
look, it's we've got it pretty good as AFL footballers, and to come into hospitals and see the kids that are really struggling, especially with cancer and that kind of stuff. It really puts life in perspective, and me and Harry really enjoy it, and a couple of the other boys come in as well, and we just, as I said, just try to put a smile on their face for the amount of time we're here.
Harry, it's a big rap on the singing voice, mate. Are you any good?
Nah, I usually leave that up to Rhyce. I reckon he stitched me up a little there. But yeah, I try to get involved, but usually it's with the instruments other than my voice.
What's your instrument of choice?
I think it's the drums where you just bang away and hide our voices.
And Goodsy must be chomping at the bit to get back in the starting lineup, given the loss. I mean, is he working as hard as ever to get back in that mix?
Yeah, look, it's for Goodsy, it's just about putting good games together, and I think he played well on the weekend again. And whatever the coaching staff feels right for him, hopefully he can get back in this week. But if not, I'm sure he'll be back in soon. It's just a process now, and the team's playing really well over the first 4 weeks. We did have a loss on the weekend, but we showed we fought back. But selection's always hard at our team. Yeah, look, he's a great leader of the footy club, and he really provides that leadership out on the footy field. Hopefully he gets a chance soon again, but he's been really good for the twos boys and showing the standard that's required to play at AFL level. So it's all up to Goodsy and the coaching staff. We can't really say too much more about it.
A lot of good judges think City and Hawthorn are the teams to beat seemingly every year at the moment, but Freo throwing their hat right in the ring now. Do you think they've made it a 3-horse race?
I think there's a few more teams that have put their hand up. I know Port Adelaide would be pretty confident they'd finish in the top 4. I think Geelong have had a pretty bad start, but we know what kind of quality they've got, and because it's certainly a long season, and we're trying to put games together at the moment, and we're sitting pretty well, but it can all fall away pretty quickly. So we've got to be on our toes, and we're hopefully we can finish in the spot we want to.
Boys, can I just get your views quickly on? I don't know if you saw the incident with the fan and Chris Judd over the past couple of days.
Yep.
Him being harassed in Melbourne. Obviously, the thing with Clarkson, bit of security. What do you think security is like for you guys after games? Is it enough for you guys? Have you ever had any incidents like that? Or?
Yeah, look, it's something that I suppose it doesn't really happen that often. Like we've had 2 incidents in I don't know how long, but we can't really comment on it because we weren't really there, and it's up to the individual, I suppose, and they'll be dealt with as by the AFL or whatever. But we really can't comment on it because we don't really get exposed to that kind of stuff. So.